Welcome back, everyone. This is Jaronitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1.6. Today we are starting on episode 68. I think it's 68. I might be wrong. I've been wrong before. Why am I pulverizing a bunch of obsidian? Why am I pulverizing a bunch of obsidian? I need hardened glass? Why do I need hardened glass? I don't know. I don't remember what all I did last episode. Or not necessarily last episode, but between episodes. It's actually been a significant amount of time between episodes, and that's not the one that takes me up. It's been a significant amount of time between episodes, mostly because I did not really think about what it would take to get this. I have 6 high-voltage solar arrays, and it is ridiculous what it takes to make these things. I ran out of rubber. Speaking of being out of rubber, as you can see, I had to convert the tree farm from oak wood into rubber trees because I ran out of rubber. I ran out of rubber, I ran out of copper, I ran out of iron, I ran out of redstone. Redstone, of all things to run out of, I ran out of redstone. How weird is that? So, anyway, I went ahead and took care of that. While I was also doing that, I ran the quarry again. And when I say the quarry, I mean 3 quarries. Actually, this shouldn't just take but a second to show you guys. I ran... What in the world? Why am I seeing quarries running? There shouldn't be any quarries running. Or are they just cleaning up where I cleaned up the liquids? They are, okay. I came through and cleaned up all the liquids that were on this thing, and I guess that when I loaded the game back, the quarries detected there was something to quarry, so they did. They shouldn't be able to. They shouldn't have power. This is still running power. It shouldn't be. Oh, okay, it's using up the last of the reserved power. The fluid ducts are empty, so there's not any lava going into these, but they are using the last bit of the power that was there. Anyway, so I ran 3 more quarries and promptly run out of stuff again. So yeah, it takes a lot. Even with the auto crafting system running at full bore, full pace, it still takes a very long time and a ton of resources to make those solar panels. So keep that in mind, because I didn't. But I've let the system run a ton, just continuously for days. That being the case, I advise you guys, if you're gonna do that, to either make sure you have an ungodly large amount of stockpiled stuff, or just don't go as big as I did. Realistically, I like the idea of going big. Going big is a fun thing for me, but I think I went too big for what I was prepared for. On the plus side, because I had those extra resources, I went ahead and expanded my ME system to have another 10 64K drives, and I think I might even have some quartz left over. Yeah, 168 quartz left over, so I don't feel too bad about that. The other thing I did in between episodes, I went ahead and took the bees. As you can see, there's no bees here anymore. I went ahead and put the bees into an ME system. Okay. I went ahead and built them an ME system. I'll go ahead and show you now. So now all of the bee stuff that comes in goes over, gets processed, and gets shipped into the yellow, yellow, yellow chest. The yellow, yellow, yellow chest then gets sorted into an ME system right here. And I went ahead and moved all this stuff over. And by the way, because I was letting things run, I actually had the barrels had gotten full and the squeezer had gotten full, and stuff was going everywhere. It was a royal mess. It was kind of ridiculous. Anyway, I have 6 64K drives here, and I'm barely touching them, so I don't feel very bad about it. But realistically, this is just the way it's going to wind up. So 80,000 beeswax. Yeah, 80,000. Thankfully, those are all stored in the deep storage units, which I have beeswax, propolis, honeydew, extra honey drops, 11,500 extra honey drops, 4,000 extra pollen, and 3,800 extra imperial jelly. Royal jelly from imperial bees. Anyway, I went ahead and moved this portal upstairs. It got really annoying having to come down here and jump through. I meant to repair that wall before I came back, but oh well. But as you can see, my honey liquid storage is pretty well full. It was completely full, and then I used some of the stuff to make some more alveary blocks because there's really no other use for it. And if I get deep into bees, as I think I might build some more alvearies. I just 18 alvearies just doesn't seem like enough, does it? Alrighty then, moving on. Anyway, so when we get bees that want to run in the nether, and I want lots of stuff that they produce, I may put alvearies in the nether. Is what it really comes down to. But I haven't confirmed that yet. But we'll see. Today we're gonna get moving on bees. This here, I added this little alcove here with the portal. And by the way, if you remove and replace the book enough times, eventually you'll get your portal to be green or purple or whichever color you want. Of the primary Minecraft colors anyway. Because I like green, I kept doing it until I got green on both sides. It's a small thing, but I like it. Anyway, so this little alcove right here is the breeder's alcove. This is going to be the spot that I specifically use for breeding. These 4 apiaries will be my breeding apiaries. And that being said, we're going to breed some bees. However, we probably aren't going to get to breeding any bees on this episode because we have to build some machines. Before, when I got started doing bees and I started building Honeycomb Hideout, if you've been following along with me, then you'll know way back then that we didn't have the extra bees mod. Okay, and without the extra bees mod, there wasn't going to be any of the genetic machines to where we can do any of the genetic modifications or any of the serums and stuff like that. I had intended to not build these machines. However, the fact is that when it comes to breeding, being able to use these machines can make breeding easier and faster. So that being the case, today we're doing extra bees machine building. And also, at some point, I'm going to, well, I don't know if, should I just go ahead and do that real quick? Yeah, let's just do that real quick. We're going to make, before we do this, we're going to make transition planes. Okay, an ME transition plane is a very simple thing to make, and we're going to make that real quick. Now, there's a reason for doing this, and I'll explain as I'm doing this. As you can see, it's just iron, cable, conversion matrix, and fluix dust. Okay, so I'm going to need more stuff. Okay, let's see. Conversion matrix. Just make me 30 of those real quick. And we'll put that right there. And that should be enough. How many do I actually need? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I made 14. Meh, what can you do? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to make transition planes, okay? And the way transition planes work is you place them and they need to face the direction that you want them to transition stuff from and to. In this case, I'm going to put them like this so that I can show you how they're going to work. Okay, so that corner won't be used at all. Right. I won't be able to do this exactly how I'd like to because obviously there's pumpkins in the way. But pumpkins being in the way is exactly what these things are for. Okay, and I'll explain that here in just a second. It'll make a whole lot of sense when I actually hook them up. Okay, a transition plane basically takes any single thing that is in front of it and puts it into the ME system. Okay, now you can see that I left some pumpkins here. I'm also going to, just because I want to, put these other pumpkins back. Oh, wow, actually that one's not going to work for anything either. Okay, anyway, so now to get these things functioning, we have to hook them up with cable, thus connecting them to the ME system. Okay, so now when I connect these to the ME system, it's going to go splunk, and all of a sudden, everything that is sitting in front of one of these, if I can, there we go, you're going to watch all of these pumpkins disappear. Okay, because any block in front of them gets put into the ME system. So those hooked in, and now those hooked in. So basically anything that gets placed here is going to be imported into the ME system. So as fast as I'm placing this stuff, it's being put into the ME system. So instead of hooking up, it just imported it into the system. So you can literally just have... That was a funny noise. Anyway, so it's going to go ahead and import them into the system. Now, the reason this is important is because I want to have a large amount of pumpkins. Pumpkins are going to be used for seed oil until I get into tree breeding, and tree breeding will be used to make large sums of seed oil. So until later, we're going to have pumpkins. Okay, we've got the pumpkins, we have 10 of them. We'll come back at the end of the episode and see how many more we have. It probably won't be that many. But realistically, it would be better if I actually had it would be better if I had, like, 200 pumpkins hooked up like this. I mean, that would be more desirable. That way, I would get pumpkins at a much more rapid rate. But anyway, since that's not going to happen, we'll just take what we can get for now. I might do something more later. I haven't decided yet. I mean, I technically can. I just don't know how I would want to. What was that? Okay, I thought I saw something blinking at the bottom of the screen there. Anyway, so now, let's see. We need to make some machines. So first things first, let's put this here and that there, and let's go into this. We're going to click that out, and we're going to type in actually, you know what? Let's do this one first. We're going to make an extra bees machine called the gene pool. The gene pool is an extra bees machine, and it's used to liquefy bees into liquid DNA. Okay, for that we're going to need a genetic machine, some tanks, a gold ingot, and so on. Genetic machines are used with APRS machines, lapis, and a basic circuit board. The APRS machine is a sturdy casing and a bunch of copper. We might even have that. Yes, we do. Okay, excellent. I think we're going to need the APRS machines to make the genetic machines to make the advanced genetic machines, but I'm not sure, so we can come back to this in a minute. So the gene pool requires the genetic machine, which requires the basic circuit board. The basic circuit board is a water carpenter, which we should have set up already, tin and redstone, which won't be that big of a deal at all. So unless I'm still out of redstone. I don't think I am, though. No, I got 1700. That's good. All right, and tin. Alrighty, so now we should be able to go over to our forestry machines. And there's a carpenter, that's the seed oil carpenter, that's the honey carpenter. There's the other one. Okay, so we got tin in the center, and then we have redstone around the sides. So now we put that there, and it makes it for us. Do I have this thing being imported somewhere, or is it? Yes, I do. Okay, well, that's good. So while that's doing that, let me look real quick and see Advanced genetic machine, there it is. Advanced genetic machine requires normal genetic machines, and normal genetic machines require apiarist machines. So yes, we will need a bunch of these. So, there are lower tiers to this stuff. I never found much of a point in using the lower tiers. I prefer just to go straight for the head, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I don't remember now how many of these I just made. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. A little bit of extra is not going to make a big difference. Alright, we're up to 10. 10 should probably be plenty. By the time we get over here, we'll actually be up to about 12 or 13. So that's fine. We're just going to go ahead and break this down. Get off of there. I don't care. Alright, so now that we have the basic machine, we can make the genetic machine. Get off of there. Okay. Alrighty, and the... No, not the advanced. The basic genetic machine. Go. Except for you, which is fine, and there we go. So now we have 3 of the basic genetic machines, and you know what, let's just go ahead and be out of sturdy casings. Since I know I'm going to do all this, we'll just go ahead and make extras right now. That's more than I need. I know that's more than I need, but I don't care. Alrighty, so then we get that. Now we're going to do this and that. So now we have 13 basic genetic machines, and we can't make advanced genetic machines yet because we need the enhanced circuit board to be able to do that. We're going to need some of these. This is all bronze and redstone. So let's go ahead and grab some bronze. Did I really use all of my bronze? And it came up perfect like that? Holy crap, what are the chances of that? That's kind of funny. Okay, bronze, if I remember correctly, and I swear I probably don't. Okay, are we really not going to tell me the crafting recipe for bronze? Bronze plate, no. I'm thinking it's copper and tin, but I don't remember now. Tin and copper, yes. Okay. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. Good thing I looked at that, because we need to go ahead and... Oh, I have it. I'm just an idiot. And then... So, oh, look, I've got it. And then I just walked away from it like, oh, I've got it, but who needs it, right? I need it. I was literally just now saying, wow, I sure need that stuff. I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? Yeah, I am. It's bronze down the center and redstone up both sides. Yes, okay. Don't mind me. I'm just lost. It's fun being lost, really. You should try it sometime. No, please, dear God, don't try it. Don't try it. It's not fun. It's not a healthy place. You get lost, and then Okay, never mind. I just can't keep doing that. All right, so we need to make a gene pool. All right, I'm actually probably gonna make 2 gene pools just because it takes a lot to get these things going. So. Put the genetic machines in there. We are missing the genetic machines and the tanks. The tanks are no big deal. We're actually going to need quite a few of these because several of the other machines we're going to make require these as well. We'll make 20 of them and stick them in here. Hopefully that'll be enough. So now we should be able to make 2 gene pools, no problem. Alright, so now that we have gene pools, let's go ahead and get... Ooh, I gotta figure that out. Let's see. We're going to need a place to store these, and we're going to need... I think I will make this wall right here, where the bee storage system was, my new place for genetic machines. Wow, look at all that stuff go. Sometimes it's just fun to just sit here and watch all the stuff go flying through the pipes. I could have undone all of the pipes and put in the applied energistics system and not had the golden pipes, but you can't watch them go through, and it's so much fun to watch them go flying through. And to see how much stuff is constantly going through is actually really fun, in my opinion. I'm not going to sit here and do it for hours and hours and hours on end, but still, the concept remains the same. Okay, I might sit here for hours on end. Moving on. Alright, so we need to visit the liquids room, because what the gene pools produce is going to be liquid. And I need to decide which one of these tanks do I want the liquid in. Okay, this is orange, orange, orange. This one is pink, pink, pink. This one is black, black, black. And this one is cyan, cyan, cyan. I like the idea of cyan, cyan, cyan. So let's take cyan, cyan, cyan. Wow, it's actually gets kind of difficult to say that continuously. Let's land on it so it'll break sooner. Alright, now we have cyan, 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 cyan. It's not... Anyway, so now that we have this, we are going to need some redstone energy conduit, and we're going to need some fluid ducts. Liquid ducts. Fluid ducts. No, I got it right. Alright, so we're going to run redstone energy conduit, so we're going to need some of this. Actually, 64 should be plenty. I don't think I have to run it that far. Okay, and we're going to need some fluid duct. We won't need very many of those at all. And let's bring some servos just to be safe. I don't think we're going to need them at all, but let's bring some so I don't have to come back. Alright, and we're going to need some ME cable and an export bus. Take the cable, get the bus. That's an import bus. Let's get 3 of these anytime now. Thank you. Alrighty. Alright, so now what we want to do is... How do I want to put these? First off, I don't want to be a bat. I probably should have stayed a bat because I'm about to run cable, and it's easier to run cable as a bat, but, you know, hindsight and all that. Alright, where's my axe? Let's use the axe of the stream. Why not? Alright, so there's a cable. What was that? Oh, I'm standing too close to the hive that's running the bees that hurt you. We're going to take care of that too, by the way. We're not going to have bees hurting us anymore. I'm going to get into that probably next episode. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to get into it this episode. That would be a pipe dream. So let's see. We're going to put this back away and get this out. Alrighty. Now, genetic machines take a lot of power. That's one of the things that I've noticed a lot of, even in the previous versions of the mod pack. Any of these genetic machines require a significant amount of power to run. So, I probably didn't need to do this the way I just did it, but I don't want to see any of this stuff, and there's no great wood planks can't be made prettier, I guess is the way to say that. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this here, and yes, I know I don't need those down there. But like I said, I didn't think that hard about it. Let's see if I can... And then I take up one of the ones I hate. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we're going to put the gene pools down here. And... No, that's going to be a problem too. How do I want to do this? I want to make it stay pretty, but I don't know how I want to make it work. I guess for now I'm just going to set them up to do work, and I will worry about them looking pretty after the fact. So that being the case, let me out of here. Okay, so out here. Oh wow, this really is going to be difficult, isn't it? I'll worry about it in a minute. Alrighty, so we're going to put my ender tank for liquid DNA, and we're going to go ahead and put it. Yeah, let's put it right there. Why not? Then we're going to run the fluid ducts like this. And let's see, we should be able to then tell these to be export buses. No. Like that. I don't think I need to have them be, I don't think anyway. I don't think I need to have them be special in any way. So let's go ahead and get a couple bees. We have 24,000 cultivated bees. And we can go ahead and make sure that they are analyzed. And there's the analyze the second one. Now, the reason I'm analyzing these is because a single bee, when it's analyzed, will give you, still does that whole blinking yellow thing. That's funny. This gene pool is going to go ahead and break it down, and an analyzed bee is going to give you 100 millibuckets. A non-analyzed bee is going to give you, I think, 50 millibuckets. I think that's the difference is 50 and 100. And when you can analyze a stack of bees for a single honey drop, and that doubles the amount of DNA you get from them, it's just a better idea to go ahead and do that. Okay, it looks like we actually are going to need the servos because they're building up in there and they're not supposed to. So excellent, I'm glad I brought them. We're going to go ahead and change that to nothing, and there goes the DNA. Excellent. All right, so now they are working on that level. So excellent. We can close that up. We can close this up. And we can close this up. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I actually want to get... See, that's the problem with building stuff out of glass. It makes it very hard to make it pretty because you can always see the inner workings of stuff. So we're just going to have to get over the fact that we're going to be able to see the inner workings of this because I don't know of any possible way to make it not be that way. I just don't. I don't know how. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and do this way. I'm going to run cable. Now I can make this somewhat pretty. I can actually run the cable underneath for now, where I can put the great wood planks back over it. So let's do that. Place that there, there, there. I'm not being very delicate tonight. I don't know what else to tell you. Just not a delicate kind of night. Alrighty. And we're going to go ahead, and since I have all these cultivated bees, and I have plenty more coming, and there's no reason not to, we're going to go ahead and tell these buses to export the cultivated bees. We're going to tell them to export in stacks, and boom. We now have all these bees. Now, it's kind of funny. I thought it would... It did. Huh. I wonder why I didn't do it at first. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Anyway, we have the information tab here. And then, of course, we have the help, which tells you how this stuff works. To activate help tooltips, hold down the tab key and mouse over controls. Tab. Input slot. Processing slot. Okay, that's cool. I didn't realize that they had that. That's new. Player inventory, nice. All right, well that's cool. I didn't realize that they had added that. I like the idea. It helps keep things clear. So if you have any problems with that, there's a help bar. Go figure. All right, so now we can cover this stuff over and make it look semi-pretty again. It's unfortunate that's going to be seen out there, but there's really not much I can do about that. All right, so that's where we're going to winding up for now. We got the basic gene pool. I can't believe we just spent half an hour doing that. It doesn't seem like I've done anything. I guess I really haven't done that much, but I'd say it's a little bit at least. And we're going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. When we come back, we're going to get the rest of the genetic machine set up, and then we're going to get into advanced bee breeding, and hopefully, if I'm lucky, we'll be able to get some decent bee breeds going. Now, bee breeding, I'm not going to get into that. That speech is going to be for the beginning of the bee breeding episode. I shouldn't try to give that speech now because it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense right now. So, this is Jaronitis signing off on episode 68. I think that's what I said it was, 68. And remember, help spread the gaming.